This is in Italy, in the Vatican.
Yes.
This is in the Vatican. Yeah, I've been to the Vatican. Wow. This is a Vodazora?
No, it's not. They're just singing. They're just meeting the Pope. Look how the Pope dances. And Tzvi's on the guitar. Rabbi Gluck is in a beautiful pitch black spudder.
Yeah. What? And the Pope is allowed to be there?
The Pope is allowed because he took the step. He took the risk.
Uh-huh.
It's the Jews that persecuted the other side, unfortunately. This time it's us acting like pogromchiks.
That sounds like Kalbacher's.
It is a Kalbach-niggin. That's a Chabad rabbi in a spudder.
Yeah.
He's a Kabbalist. He wrote a book on reincarnation and other books. Rabbi Dov Ber Pinson.
Well, you know everything almost about Yiddishkeit.
No, I know him personally, that's why. I've been to his shul many times.
Wow.
I've been involved.
This is this week in the Vatican.
Yes. Is this history or what?
It sounds like Kalbach. It does.
Is this unbelievable or is it something
unbelievable.
new?
It's unbelievable.
This is not unprecedented?
It's unbelievable. The guy with a real stremmel there too.
Yeah, that's a real Streimel. It's a real chassid, not just a real Streimel.
Yeah. Yeah, the Catholics have changed for the better, apparently. They sure have, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Matter of fact, they're much better than the Baptists. They don't even want to convert us anymore. They've improved enormously, the Catholics, it would seem.
Yes.
That's in our lifetime, in my lifetime.
Well, the world has improved in terms of believing...
I'm not sure you're right about that. There's evidence that anti-Semitism, especially in the Islamic world, is and even more so in the Arab world, is at an all-time high.
But the religious, the theologians are not on the top anymore. People who consider themselves theologians as a science are not on the top. Now it's mostly rational people.
You think so?
We're in the age of...
You think they're rational?
Well, they're rational in a way compared to the past.
Yeah, that's debatable.
The Pope is not preaching anti-Semitism anymore.
No, the Pope is not preaching, but the New Testament still...
yeah, that's a big stain on Christianity, the New Testament. That's the original sin, blaming Jews collectively. Sure. That's what Peter Gomez said. He's in the Harvard Divinity School.
There are things in the Gemara that are pretty hostile to the Christians, too. Are there not?
Yes.
And
well, the Rebbe himself went crazy when somebody went to meet the Pope, and the people who met the Pope were just rational Jews. Every religion has rational people, otherwise how would we survive? We wouldn't have Zionism?
Well, look, when I went to school, and I didn't like going to school because there was no light in it. I'm talking about Reform Sunday school, Reform Jewish Sunday school. Not only did they teach that Hasidim would be extinct in most likely in one generation, they also taught some other strange things. They did. Yeah. They taught a lot of strange things.
Well, it's a Sunday school. I mean, it's not, what do you expect?
Well, one of the main things they taught is that Moses Mendelshon was the greatest rabbi since Maimonides, Rambam.
Is that
They were
true?
very clear on that. All the Reform Jewish synagogues.
What do you feel about that?
Well, that's contrary to certainly the Alter Rebbe's opinion, very clearly.
But what do you think about Moses Mendelsohn's accomplishments?
It's a very interesting thing. What do you think Moses Mendelshon did?
Well,
he was from all his life.
He did a few things.
Okay, what do you think he did?
Well, he saved the community because of his connections and his influence in Switzerland from being expelled.
Yeah, well, the main thing he seems to have done...
But I'm talking about his philosophy that lives on.
Okay, the main thing he wanted to do, most of the Jews in Central Europe were fairly illiterate, and they were especially illiterate. They were illiterate, and he wanted the Jews to become literate and conversant in a modern language so they could have better parnasa opportunities. That's what he wanted. So what he did is he put the Bible, or the Chumash, or the Tanakh, into modern German. so that they would be able to, be encouraged to learn a modern language. The Alter Rebbe was of the opinion the Jews would be more frum if they stayed ignorant and poor. The same opinion a lot of the Catholic...
They may be killed if they stay ignorant because the pogroms would finish them off.
Most of the Jews who were frum and ignorant were killed by the Nazis or Stalin.
So maybe Moses Mendelshon was a better idea.
But the Alter Rebbe would not agree with that at all, because that was the beginning of that scholar.
Chabad would agree with it today.
Yeah, I agree with that, but the Alter Rebbe wouldn't agree with it.
Affluent Jews are fun.
The Alter Rebbe wouldn't agree with it at all.
Educated Jews are fun.
But he was right, the Alter Rebbe. The educating of the Jews led to secular Jews, which were no longer dominated by the rabbis.
Yes. Well, the rabbis lost their power after Shabtai Tzvi, so that's already after.
Well, the Baal Shem Tov revived the power within the Galician community and other places.
But not for the rabbis, for Hasidism, which is okay, because now people can have their own path.
Yeah, well, the Hasidism you don't consider to be... Chabad is Hasidism of a sort, but it's a hybrid. Is Chabad a hybrid?
Yes, it's a hybrid of Litvish and it's Orthodox, but at the same time it's spiritual.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's terrible, isn't it?
Well, it could be. It could be, yeah, because you're neither here nor there. But in a way, it's good because you don't want to be. You don't want to be.
It's successful, apparently. It's
because
amazingly
you can choose, right? Because a lot of Chabads are not Orthodox, but they're spiritual. A lot of the young generations don't fit in Orthodoxy, but they're spiritual. So they have a connection. They like to put on tefillin. They'll go to the army. The Shulchan Aruch says if you have to pee, you pee in public. Even if it's the last generation of Lubavitch, you have to pull it out and do it.
Yeah, in front of women, everything, children.
Women is exactly what Yitzchak told me in my class. A boy named Yitzchak Barber, he told me
who the hell is this?
That even if a bunch of ladies, he's a frum kid, he was telling me, even if a bunch of ladies are watching, you have to piss, you must piss right away.
Yeah, just piss in their face, right?
No, I'm doing without Torah, man, I would be lost.